Yeah. Very good.
Are we streaming live?
Uh, okay, hold on, please.
I mean, you can still complete this, but the Vigo. I think we are done. Everybody's done. Oh. That was it. Just realized that these things follow, yeah. I thought that's FAJ gives attention to mission. Thank you, boss.
All right.
All right, everyone, welcome and thank you for coming today. It's like a joy to be doing this Spondle Labs, very first version. I hope that we have more versions as we grow bigger as a company and as a product, keep having versions of releases of the product and having conversations with you guys that are very important to us. Because your feedback means so much to us. So basically, what we're going to talk about today, AJ, next slide. So my name is Folashade Ajayi John. I am the co-founder and the CEO of Spondle, and that is AJ. He's the co-founder and the CEO of Spondle. And if you're not aware, we are married. And we are building Spondle because we live this problem. We have like first-hand knowledge of how the mental load of running a household can be very traumatizing and very distressful. There's a word like that. So onto the agenda of today, we're going to be having before we go there, why are we here? Like, why is Spondle even important? Like, the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's not a fintech app. It's not a mental health app. So, like, why is it like important for us to actually like build something for families and for parents? And then we'll be showing you guys version 1.5 for the very first time. So we've gotten feedback from our users, from all of you, and we've iterated the product. We've made it better, and we can always show you that today. And then lastly, we're having like a session where you can actually ask us like anything. So any type of Spondle, we are here to answer that. So moving on to why we are here. So some years ago, 4 years ago to be precise, I was working as a teacher, and I really love children. And there was this day in my class where we had invited parents for a particular science day presentation. So I was teaching like nursery school children, so they're between the ages of 3 and 5. That age means they're still very little, very small, and they desire like attention and lots of care. And so there was this girl in my class called Lucy. As we're having the presentation, I suddenly heard like very loud cry in my class. Where is my mommy? Where is my daddy? I was wondering what's happening, who's crying. And I turned and it was sweet little Lucy that was crying. So what had happened was Lucy had seen that there were lots of adults in the class, but none of them looked like a dad or a mom. And she was heartbroken. She was really sad, like what's happening. But now that's not like where the problem even starts. So the problem begins from where I realized that the other kids that were in class that didn't have their parents around started to cry. So imagine you have like 21 children in class and 15 of them are crying because their parents are not around. And that day it did something to me where I realized that we don't talk enough about family life. There are issues and problems happening there that can be solved, but for some reason we are not solving those problems yet. And so right there I realized, okay, something has been done about this. And we can't be a little bit tempted to think that maybe these parents don't love their children, but they do. But the problem is that, just like Ari said, she has like 5 multiple apps to plan. And she's not even a parent yet. So imagine a family that's dual income, means that dad and mom are both working, and they have like all of these apps just to coordinate and organize their home. What happens is that a lot of important things will definitely fall through the cracks. Like they'll forget school runs, they'll forget appointments with the GP. So many things will just, be forgotten. And what this does is it creates conflicts in the home, rifts with the partners, and ultimately the children then burn out from all of this. But even with all of this, we also realize that the mental load of fixing all of these things always lies in the head of one person, which is in most cases the woman. So I'm currently don't have children, but I can tell you that even with Spondle, my co-founder here still finds a way to not use the product, and then I still have to like do all of that, and that's like why we have to like actually like solve this problem where I'm not burnt out, you're not burnt out, Liz is not burnt out, Tara's not burnt out, you're not burnt out. Like we all have supportive, partners, and there is equity with the mental load of planning. So Jane.
Alright. So, thank you, everybody. I'm going to be moving around like that. Sorry, because we didn't get a clicker for this. But anyways, so like she said, right, we're building Spondle because we realized that there was this need, especially with dual income households, right? So that is like households where there's like a partner and then you've got a job and then you've got children as well. Children like in the age of 16, right? And what we learned is that there are also other like kind of households that fall into this category as well. So if we then think about like how they handle the whole pressure of the household, initially, one is tempted to think about the fact that it's just what happens in the house is like, how do you get your shopping done? How do you get your utilities sorted? How do you get like to handle like a big um um, chores or remember events and things that happen in the family. But we realized not long after, right, that there was actually a lot more to what the household needs beyond just those things. And how did we come about this realization? We were looking around as well as to what we had built and what other people had been building in the space, right? And we found out that there's a very easy trap to fall into where you only think about these guys, but you forget about the fact that there's also a lot of pressure coming from outside of the household, right? So if you have children, like I talked about, right, or if you just have an household, basically, you've got like your child's school sending you like several emails and WhatsApp messages, right? For parents who go through this, I've talked to several parents and they tell us about how they've got like 2 or 3 WhatsApp groups for each child in the school, and then they get emails as well, right? For like maybe your council, maybe they're reviewing your bin collection dates, or there's like an update on the council tax, right? And you need to get to follow up on that information, right? For GP as well, maybe getting your dentist appointment and the like. So across all of these different places, like even with family WhatsApp groups where you guys are talking about maybe a trip or planning a party or planning an event, right? There's a lot of things that needs to happen as well. And one way or the other, all of these things trickles down to the same household. And when we think about this household, we don't just think about like the household unit in that sense, but we think about further who in this household is actually handling that whole pressure that comes in. Like she said, is oftentimes the mother, right, or the mom, right? And so this is the state of households, most households at this time, especially like that we're focused on. So why and how we are thinking about this differently is that as against just building a product that is only handling those things underneath there, right? The shopping, the tasks, and all of that stuff, right? How are we able to help to relieve that mental load, right? So, how do we relieve that mental load by before those things come into the household? Spondle is able to, right, to intercept them and then, get all of the information that you need across these different places, structure them and set them up inside your Spondle app, and then assign it to the right person. So we have built version 1.5 as a very first leg into that, right? But this is the vision of what we're building at Spondle, right? Where Spondle is able to already be connected to like your children's schools emails and WhatsApp groups and like different places where those information comes from, gets that data or gets whatever needs to be done, sets it up for you guys, and then you get everyone to know what's happening, the shared family calendar. So FJ is going to run us through the very first few things that you're going to be seeing on Spondle version 1.5, just a step further from where we were with Spondle version 1, right? So I'll just let you go on with it.
So I forgot to mention earlier that I am the head of product at Spondle. So everything that has to do with products and features runs through my team. Hence why I'm the one talking about this part. And I'm very proud of what we've come with always. So we received a lot of feedback from version 1. A lot. Like I know people here that give me, even Liz gave me feedback. Emmanuel gave me feedback at when we launched the very initial Spondle. And the very first thing was that when users or when you guys want to use Spondle, there is no pre-activation screen. So for instance, you download the app and you enter into the app, you're onboarded, and you have no idea what to do. So that was like a feedback that we got. So now we've introduced a pre-activation screen. Basically, what that means is that for every new user, before they get fully onboarded into the Spondle app, they are able to first, use some of our tools, learn how to use it, and then get into the app, and then they are able to continue to like do that. So you can show us that, AJ. So basically, we have this templates in Spondle. So you can add a bill, as a chore. So at the pre-activation screen, you're able to do this very first thing. Do like, so when you get into the app, you're no longer wondering what am I supposed to do or where am I supposed to go because you've been onboarded properly. So we fixed that on Spondle. And the very second thing that we've worked on, is an action-based home screen. So initially also, you guys told us that Spondle's home screen or home page was too complex. So too many things were happening there. That's one. Secondly, it felt as if the same things were recurring over and over again, like on our home page. And now we've made that very simple. Whereas most families use sticky notes. So sticky notes like is a very common feature in the home. So people just write simple things and stick it on their fridge just to remember. We worked with that concept of sticky notes and we brought it into Spondle. So what that does is that if AJ and I have, we've both done a task where we've assigned 20 things to me and 10 things to AJ, or vice versa. I see that on my own sticky notes.
Okay.
I see that on my own sticky note, that's for me. And then the very next sticky note is for the household. So everybody knows what to do the moment they come into Spondle. There's no more, I don't know what to do. The home page is, quite complex and that. So we've worked on that. And the very third thing also that we've worked on, that's in the version 1.5, is we have a simpler library. So one of the feedback we got was when users come into the app, for instance, our templates, like the most important part of Spondle is eating. Nobody knows where it is. So initially, you have to go to the nav bar. From the nav bar, you see tools. From the tools, you go on that screen that has lots of templates, and then you're like, this thing is a lot. Now, what we've done is we've brought all of those templates first to the home screen. So you can see like all of your Spondle templates on the home screen. And then secondly, we've made it whereby you can easily pin and pin your most used or your favorite features on your home screen. So if my family now, what we use the most is shopping list or task or budget planner, I can easily pin that on my home screen. And if Timmy's family prefers the bill payment or the task, they can pin it on their own home screen. So that way, Spondle is so easy and so accessible for everybody. So ongoing, next is one feedback we also got from you good people is that you want to be able to share your shopping list outside of Spondle, and we've worked on that. So initially, when you create a shopping list in Spondle, it stays only in Spondle. But now, for every household member that uses Spondle, you can share your shopping list, your WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, like outside of Spondle. Not just that, even sticky notes can be shared outside of Spondle. So if you have like different, for instance, I assign things to AJ, it doesn't say it. I can actually share it to him, even on his WhatsApp, to remind him like you have these things to do in Spondle. And also like our shopping list, you can easily, share it to any partner that you have or any other member of your family that is showing on the screen. You guys are looking at my kids shopping lists. Don't look at that part. We'll see that in you. And then to the most exciting release of the day. Can we have back? I'm actually very, very happy and excited about this particular part, which is Spondle now has voice. So you can actually now speak to Spondle. So one of the feedback we got was the bottleneck of having to type so many things before they get done. So there are users that have maybe accessibility needs that can't even maybe spend time typing. There are users that they just don't have the time. I mean, these parents are busy, they have 50 billion things to do, and they don't want to spend 30 minutes typing. all we've done is now you can just go into your task screen and just Spondle gets done, and Spondle writes that out for you, assigns it to the person, and then it's just like done in a very, very quick time. So this part is something I'm very excited about because it also starts the layer of automation, which is the future and the vision of what we are really building. Automation for families, where families don't have to spend lots of time, thinking about ask coordination or family coordination. They just get things done off the back of a simple tap. And this is like the very first, this project. We are very, very excited about it. But I'll let us, watch the video. And also, this can actually, you know, be used in other languages, not just English. You can speak your native language, Spanish, Italian, Yoruba, to Spondle, and it gets that done. So we are really, really excited about this particular feature. I am very proud of this one, of all of you. And then the very last thing is, you guys have told us that you don't know where to send us messages about bugs, feedback, feature releases, and all of that. So in Spondle now we have in-app feedback button, where if you're experiencing any form of discomfort with the product, just a button away from us to get that and understand what it is. And those are the things we've worked on in version 1.5. We're really excited. We want more feedback. We want you guys to use it, give us feedback, share with your friends and family members and investors. Let them come and use Spondle and give us. I mean, feedback is what has brought us this far. We started Spondle as a play card, which you'll all be getting today. But we've evolved so much from feedback and we want to get more feedback. So thank you guys so much. And I will let Inchi give us first.
Thank you. All right, thank you, PG, for sharing. So, like I mentioned earlier, this is like our very first step, right? So the very first thing that we've done now is to make it very easy to get information across the Spondle, right? Which is capturing what needs to be done from your memory directly into Spondle, which is a voice system, right? But beyond that, there's like also looking into how do we make sure that there is like a connection with your WhatsApp, right? Where even though you're writing on WhatsApp or you're chatting with your family member on WhatsApp or your partner on a WhatsApp group, you're able to like sort of like directly pass that same thing into Spondle, right? And the Spondle is able to sort of like put it into the right system, whether it be bill reminder, whether it be shopping list, whether it be tracking your inventory, right? Same thing with your email as well, right? So where the necessary information around like your child's, play group, whatever it is also like passed into the system, and many other things, right? To come as well. So what we ultimately have in mind is just building that system that, like we like to say, it takes that burden of thinking about it or processing it from your head into your place, visible place. Now, what do I mean by that? If you think about a typical dual income household where you have children, right? Let's assume it's on Monday is going to be let's say it's a PE day, a physical exercise day, right? And the nursery or your child, the teacher sends you a message on WhatsApp to say, oh, let your child come with for the sake of it, let your child come with an Arsenal jersey, right? You probably not have one at home. You probably want to like also let your child know what they need to do. So it's not just about the child showing up, right? There is the part where you need to like decide who goes to get the jersey for the child, right? There's a part where you need to decide who shows up in school, right? There's a part where you get to decide how do you prepare the child for whatever it is that they're going to need to do, right? So there are several strings attached to everything that happens in the household. And so we just want to be able to take all of that decision away from just your head, right? To bring it into the instant place and also making sure that everyone in the house is properly coordinated and knowing exactly what to do. So you keep seeing more updates as we roll on. There's like the next version, which we're even more excited about, like already in the works right now. But I think at this point it's safe to allow for us to ask questions. But just before we do that, you can already if you don't have the app already,
you have an update.
You have an update right now to the app, so you can just go ahead and get the update, and then you see all of these things that everybody just shared, and there's even also a lot more in there. But yeah, questions? Any questions for us?
He does questions.
No feedback, just
Or feedback.
Feedback, yes. Questions, feedback. We are very.
I mean, like initial feedback as in sharing the share thing is if you look at any other app, when they share, they try to let you go back down. Like if I want to share a tweet with you,
Yeah.
you will get the link to the tweet. So you will still go back to it. What you guys have done is you've shared the list that I've put respond to. So I will go back responding.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, so I tried to test it before.
Oh, that's the
Sure. And when I shared with my wife now, and it was just the list that I put in there.
Oh, I see.
So if she wanted
It's actually asking.
she won't need to go back to Spondle to get it. So that way you're not redirecting users back to the app.
Thanks for
Because I didn't want them to be always doing everything on the app.
True.
So yeah.
Well, West is nice. Feel to make it very simple for everyone. But I mean, that's very good feedback. I'm will work on it. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So when I opened the app, I was so glad to see the sticky notes. I thought that they were a sweet add to like the interface. But one thing that I did was that I tried to like tap on it
Yes.
and like make a change directly on it. So I just saw now that I can mark the task as done. But if I want to edit, so if I want to put it on the task, I have to go into the task and then put it there and then it will show here. Is there a world where we can edit directly from
The sticky
the
notes.
sticky notes?
Well, right now, no, because what we built the sticky note to people, that is also very good feedback.
Yeah.
Is to be like that reminder of daily. So for every new day, there are new things on the sticky notes per day, depending on what was assigned to the sorry. For every new day, there are new things on the sticky note, depending on what day, who assigned what to whom.
Yeah.
So, but what you were saying is like making that sticky note like a shortcut also to adding new tasks.
Yes.
So we would work on that.
Okay. So I was very glad about the audio task stuff because I was going to say that typically for me, like when I'm at home, I'm just like, hey Siri, set reminder, blah blah blah. And I was like, it would be really nice to do the same thing in Spondle and just say, hey Sarah, add spaghetti to the list. We will answer me. Add spaghetti to the list, and that's straightforward. But it's in the app, so that's good. So what I wanted to ask is for a widget
Okay.
instead, so it can be on my own face or interface.
Oh yeah.
No widgets.
Yeah.
So it just be there. Once I just
Tap on that widget on your home screen.
these things.
Yeah.
So just tap and then go into Spondle directly. So that's
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we should also have that because we wanted you guys to use the voice first and tell us how it works or how you love it. Right now, we limited it to just the task feature.
okay.
So we're like, depending on the feedback we get, is if we make it like all three apps. So for now, the voice only works in the task.
Okay.
So if you say a Spondle, make a shopping list, it will tell you to actually make a shopping list. Like Spondle is only able to, like that voice is only able to work with tasks.
Okay.
So you can make a shopping list, but it will not appear in your shopping lists
Nice.
just yet. Because we want you guys to want to get feedback from how the voice works first before we then make it like an overall thing like in app.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like?
What we actually have in mind is that when you send a voice, when you like say anything to Spondle, it's able to detect what folder or what kind of like tool you really need in essence. So you don't have to think about like those libraries or items anymore. It's just like taking it off from there for you. But I think that's good feedback as well.
Very
So I'm taking a step further.
Yes, please.
So just the way you have your letter app
mm,
and you have proceeded to act as an app.
yeah. So the voice should be that.
Yeah.
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 Works. Yeah. Perfect.
So just tap it.
Once just tap it,
Yeah.
fix anything. When you guys are ready to
Yeah.
expose it to the audience.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
So you guys want us to. It's not about it's not about us, it's about you guys.
Also cute sticky notes colors.
Yeah, product team, we work very hard. Not like marketing, the product team, we work very hard. We don't sleep at night. We are really, thinking of how to make Spondle better for you guys. And we are glad that you love what we've done. Yes, Ari.
So I don't know if this is a question or if it's a duration. So let's pretend it's all. You were saying something about how you can pick up like things from different apps and the important info on your app.
No. I was talking about so inside that app Spondle, you can see your library. If you open library, like on the nav bar down there, you can see the different templates we have. So you can um go back to your own page. There is the add button on your own page. Yeah. From outside into Spondle.
If like in your school group chat or your children's school group chat, they tell you that Friday everybody wears purple.
Yeah. So that's on version 2.
That's not.
So that's not next year. That's like the bigger vision. Yeah, that's like the next thing that we'll be building is where Spondle is able to be outside, like in your WhatsApp, in your email, and then coordinates all in Spondle.
Yeah. So we're going there. But I mean, because like we keep getting different like versions and styles of like people talking about this thing, and like this also like extra validation about that, and we actually already have it in like in the pipeline. So yeah, coming very very soon.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I think one of the things that I think we mentioned maybe at the beginning of the point was about the conversation starters. I don't know if I can navigate now. So
Okay, yes. So we've evolved a lot in Spondle. Initially we started with the conversation starters, but we realized that the air on fire problem for you guys, the users, most people just said they want those tools. Like conversations are great, but they want something that helps them plan their homes more efficiently and better. So we have to really prioritize. Should we keep building what people don't really want to use or build what people actually want? So we just stuck with what you guys told us to build.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked that question was just coming to the budget side of things. I know we've spoken about a lot of reminders, so I think a lot of them really mentioned the budget side of things, where, say, for example, I'm reminding you about, we have a shopping list for groceries, and then I'm able to tie that to the budgets that we have. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I look at budget for
Yeah.
and then the grocery list that you sent to me, is that like a sum total, like an estimated cost of it? Does your app like kind of remember how much your grocery is per time, per month, things like that, so that when you just open your app and go to budget, so if you're over budget, under budget, okay, when you need to cost, when you need to, so that's why I asked about conversations. I'll prompt your partner to say, let's have a conversation about let's talk about this and that and that. So I just know that budget bit is something that because a lot of homes like sometimes those are like they don't pay points for homes. So like maybe that one can I don't know. It's not really getting conversation about the budget. That's not just so both a question and if you
I think that so one of the reasons why we didn't hammer too much on budgets or even the bill schedule. The bill schedule is also like quite important because people talk about it, but like we try to pay as much attention to what part of the products so far have been getting the most hit and feedback, right? But the budget plan I see there, in fact, is nice. I don't know if you've checked it. It's so sweet, right? But what you've talked about is part of another part still in the pipeline, but a bit more farther away from like right away, right? But it's where we are going to be linking the different things in that library together. Yeah, you can change the currency.
Yes, you can. There are these.
So what you would eventually get is where Spondle is able to automatically update your shopping list because something in your pantry tracker is about to run out. So it automatically updates your shopping list and then sends you a reminder about that. And then so what we do right now is still that you sort of like estimate how much time you use certain items, right? We'll get to the point where Spondle can by itself know how much time, but for now, you'll probably like if you have like maybe 2 rolls of toilet paper, you can estimate, or we usually use this for like a week. So it would sort of like preempt you to say, oh, this is likely running out or you're getting out of stock. Now, once that happens, what we want for it is that Spondle is able to add that to your shopping lists, right, for you, and then also kind of like links to like maybe your budgets in that sense, right? But we would need to properly map out the mechanics of all of these things, right? So before we get there, we need to get these individual ones right, because it's like building an integrated system. But before you make that system talk to each other, you need each of them to work as efficiently as possible first. So right now, that's like in the pipeline, but it's not like an immediate thing that we will be introducing just yet. Yeah.
That's we
Well, we do know quite importantly that people want what Ari mentioned, right? What you mentioned as well, right? People want to be able to like, share stuff, right? And like you said, get them back in. So those ones are coming like very soon. I'm saying this because I know that the engineers are listening to me. So those ones are also like coming very soon. Yeah, Ari, please.
Sorry to be that person, especially to
Please be that person.
that know, because I know what it was like today. I believe so that everybody is living.
Sure. No, it's right.
Yeah, I was thinking, is this something that can be integrated with like your see like there's a pain points that I saw the other day whilst I was scrolling on TikTok, and it was that trying to get all your children to come downstairs at a specific time for dinner,
Mm,
breakfast,
Yeah.
to go to school or something.
Yeah.
And it's like you have mom had to go into everybody's room
To tell them on
and then everybody come downstairs. Is this something like it's just an idea of mine? Like to have something where okay, on the app, in the planner, you have that everybody is supposed to be awake by like 6 a.m. to get ready for school, or supposed to come down by 8 p.m. for dinner. So
Yeah.
is it something that you like it could be integrated into like maybe an Alexa,
Okay.
like if it's 8 p.m. then Spondle will tell Alexa everybody's come downstairs.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. I don't it's something to think about.
Yes, it is actually. I think we talked about it before. There was one use case that someone also brought up. Where it's like a child is like maybe playing on their iPad and watching the TV, and it's actually they're supposed to maybe go do the dishes or something, and then it's like it shuts down the TV right away and just like say, whatever the child's name is, go do your dishes now, right? And that all came from Spondle. The truth is that in the world that we really want, we love, we would have loved to because these aren't things that we sort of like figured out last week or last week. Like we've known about some of these things way earlier than now, but we're only able to move at a certain pace and speed, right? So we'll get to this point as well. Yeah, but it's actually something that we know that is going to be very, very important and like just like makes that whole household operating system like as beautiful as we want. So, but yeah, this is very good feedback as well. So we want more. Any other feedback or questions?
A feedback / question.
Let's go.
On pantry usage.
Yeah.
So for me, because I'm looking at the pantry, it's estimates or like how long do you think this rice will last you?
Mhm.
For example, I said, I have 5 cups of rice at home, and then it says how long will it last you for? It's kind of difficult for me to estimate because it's not like we're eating rice every day. So I'm wondering if maybe there could be another metric like users. So we have 5 cups of rice. Maybe if we use it 5 times, it finishes. Maybe because we're not eating rice every day. Because I put 30 days now, and it's estimating that I would use maybe 0.17 cups of rice per day. I'm not. And then there are some other things like that. Spaghetti, for example, I have 5 pounds of spaghetti. How long will it last me for? I really can't say because I would cook 1 pack twice. So if there is another way to estimate instead of days, maybe usage, maybe another metric possibly could also like help. Then I also understand that because you mentioned something about tissue paper the other time, and I was like, for tissue, I could track first and say, well, when we have 1, how long does it last? And then I can put that in. But for food stuff, it's a bit
Tricky.
I see.
Actually, okay. I think we'll come back to you. We'll view that product together. We'll that pictures together. But I mean, definitely.
On what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Oh no, I answer it. Don't need to answer.
Yeah, I don't know if you understand. I just wanted to ask.
Right now, no answer.
I'm really curious about how you want to think people from what you currently use into sport. So I do my projects, household projects on Google Sheets or Excel. If I want to use Spondle, the idea would be maybe I can import it and then it fills up all the bits you have there on, and I already see like the timeline of what it's done because
Yeah.
well labeled.
Nice.
So like going forward, I don't need to like manually because how I'm looking at it is if I need to sort of go to like Google Sheet, then open Spondle or play it.
Yeah.
I want to make sense. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, so can I is there a way to import
So
it
just
in
import it.
Excel
Yeah.
or Google Doc or something and then extract the relevant information and put it where it wants to be within?
I think what we found is that different people have different ways of formatting their budget plan. Right. Ideally, there's like the same. What's the word now? They're the same set of things that you should expect, right? But some people might have like different variations. So we're not explored that before anyways, but like it will be something that will be good to explore. And maybe we can think
And
about
if I can actually like add something to why we built the budget planner, the way like that we built it is because feedback that we got is how I can almost imagine that maybe you're a numbers guy or you're very comfortable using Google Sheets. Why we built a budget planner in Spondle is because most families say one of the partners might not be that Google Sheety. I can use that word. Apologies. But they need something that is very simple to use on the go. And the budget planner can be made like most people budgets can be made that particular budget planner. So say Simi went on like on a holiday trip some weeks ago. Right, something like that long, but she went on a holiday trip. She could have easily used Spondle budget planners to like make a specific planner for that trip. So you can make as many planners as you want, and it's very simple and very easy. So we might think of like that use case in the future, but off the back of what we've heard from people, they really want something that's very simple and very easy to use. Is why we built this particular project planner.
Yeah, but I think I also like the perspective that
like importing, yes, of course.
Yeah, because like that also could mean like we could also potentially we already have a freedom meeting, but like that could mean like potentially look at other parts of like what people currently use for other stuff. So budget is one, right? There's notes that's mentioned, right? There's like so and of course we mentioned already there's WhatsApp that people use, which we already like bringing in. So maybe we could also look at like potentially other tools that people readily use and just see how to pass the information on to sponsors. So I don't think it's something that is like very far fetched that we can like do in time. So that would be good to introduce as well.
Any more questions?
I've seen a few feedback on YouTube, so let me try and open.
Okay, questions on YouTube.
So Paula came in, I think. I can't see it anymore. Where is it? Okay, does the new version allow editing of tasks, shopping list, and meal plans? Yes.
Yes,
the
it
old
does.
version allow, right?
The old version allowed, but this one is, I think the old version was very crude, and that's like where we were. And we thank you guys and you guys for all of the beautiful feedback that we've gotten, because that's like why we built it. It's very simple. Like, I am so happy about this. I'm more proud of this new version. Somewhat simple because it's simpler. So for like yes, there is, you can edit, you can share, you can assign your shopping list as a task to your husband, grandma, grandpa.
Speaking of husband, grandma, grandpa, another question here, and we discussed this today, so I'm happy it's getting asked so that product team will be able to move fast on it. It says, can we get an update to where there is a limited access for external users like babysitters? I don't think I would like my babysitter to have full access to my budget and my finances.
Yeah.
So they only have access to my chores or shopping list, so I can have some privacy while carrying external members.
Yeah, so this morning, honestly, we had this conversation and we're like, we have like for the new updates. So new updates will be getting, shipped to this new version. So this is something that we prioritize because we actually talked about it where it would not be like ideal for some people to have access to all of your life's information on Spondle. And we take privacy and data very, very seriously. So this would be like one of the things like on our, toughest list of fixing or bringing into like this new version. So thank you very much for that feedback.
Yep. I think that's it, actually. That's it. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, I think, I'm not sure you guys saw it on the screen, but you see it on the home page, right? There is like, you can easily send us more feedbacks and thoughts. If it's a blog, if it's something, please. Let's go.
What's next for Spondle under like marketing? Like how do we get more people? How we get the message out?
Now my product team was shiny. Now my labs and marketing team. That's the way.
We've been trying to not overly get ahead of ourselves when marketing is concerned. We've been trying to focus more on getting people who use Spondle at the moment to use it a lot more, and we can learn as much as we can, right? And so at the moment, that's sort of like still our focus. No, not even. Okay, that's sort of been our focus.
I want to speak now.
Okay.
Not as the product end. Yes, like AJ said, we largely focus on products because we believe that a good product brings people in. A not great product, you guys will come and run away. Like people actually deactivated Spondle because I can see the back end. But I don't blame them because what we had before was quite complex. But now that we have this amazing new version, we are going full on marketing team, and then we have conversation with them. But I know that we are going full marketing. I mean, products should rest for some weeks. You guys get spoke.
Not, but so in terms of that, I think one of the first things that we're trying to do, we have like a couple of things that we've mapped out that we are going to do actually. I'm trying to protect myself, but we have
Our webinars.
we have a couple of things like events and webinars, right? We have plans to also like, we used to have like some podcast kind of sessions as well where we sort of like discuss things. So we want to bring that back, so we can bring young couples and like people in modern households to sort of like talk about what it takes to actually like run a household, and like how, because we feel like the experiences of every single household is different, right? And so that way we sort of get the word out. But more importantly, we're also looking out for like ways where we can connect through communities or like parenting groups, um, 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 even like growing up, yeah, parenting groups and then church groups as well, right? So that would be like our immediate next, like lowest hanging fruits, right? So, but more importantly, if it will also help if everyone who has used Spondle also helps us to talk about it and talk about the value. Not just talk about it, but like we would really love you to say one or two things that you find interesting. And we want to bring everyone on this journey with us because we don't think we have it all figured out yet, right? And that's why we are moving as fast as we can and doing things that we can. So you guys are also on the journey with us. So if you can like share what you found interesting about the product and looking for what you're looking forward to, we really love it. Instagram handle is at Spondle _CO, right? Same with TikTok is Spondle.co. You use TikTok. Our website is www.spondle.co. So once you find anything very interesting that you want to talk about, please like share it. Like and then we'll also probably reach out to you at some point about like testimonials as well. So but those are like some of the things that you'll see from us.
So I know that we're about to wrap up, but products observation.
Yeah, please.
I want bills featured now. And I put like some bills in naira and some bills in pounds. Now it's as combined it together. So it's not showing in pounds, but like with naira
Right sides.
Yeah.
With naira amounts, but you put it in pounds.
I have like 200K naira, then 69 pounds, and then now with 200,000.
69. Okay, that will be fixed. That will be worked out. Again, thank you for that.
Can the currency default to your location?
No, you have to like choose like your currency power where you
Yeah,
are.
if you can, even if you can separate like the sum total of the currencies, because say for example, like I'm Nigerian, like most of us are. There are some like Nigerian bills that I have that I want to have a sense of it in naira, and then they're like UK bills. Do you understand? So if the summation could be, naira,
You have this in naira, you have this,
then UK
you have
bills.
this in pounds.
Yes. Sorry.
I prefer it to be
I want to go technical with that because
No.
Strange because
So because if you put it in pounds, the currency is like ever shifting. Like the rate is ever shifting. Do you
yeah,
understand?
so you would have to
Why not
separate
separating the
it.
budget? Is it
You have to have it
separate? Like you have something with two
The
budgets.
budget planner, it's a bill, it's a bill reminder.
Yeah, so I'm saying to be separate bills. So you have UK bills, you have Nigerian Naira bill.
That's what she's
This is
saying.
what I'm saying.
That's what she's saying. But right now,
See,
you
it
don't
sums it. Let's say
it's something that's word instead of
200k.
Yeah.
Naira, you can do multiple.
Yeah, but it's one.
It's only one. Now
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that I have like 200k pounds to pay, I have to pay.
Big big.
Okay, ma.
I invest it in Spondle.
Thank you, mommy.
But yeah, that's very useful. So please use the product and share your feedback. That's the only way we can build better. That's the best way that we can build better. But yeah.
Okay. Someone asked another question as well I'm looking out for. For instance, integrations with my commonly used apps like WhatsApp or something so that Spondle can leave messages from WhatsApp or my notes app and integrate them into my tasks.
Yeah, we've heard you guys and we are building for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my word. We are building for you.
In a matter of weeks, we're gonna have it.
Weeks. Yes.
Isn't it?
Weeks. It can be 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We hope you had a good time. Please let us know if we have snacks,
Lots of food.
lots of food, because we pray for more people. So you can
Maybe
just
city bags for everyone.
yeah. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Come to everyone house. Summer version. Summer.